Hey, what's up guys? We're here for my NPL Week 2 matchup versus Nerdy Outlaw. He is the coach of the Columbus Carnivines, and I'll read you his team real quick. His team includes Mega Charizard X, Gengar, Terrakion, Fortress, Gastrodon, Rhyperior, Rotom Fan, Swellow, Swampert, Ambipom, and Quillfish. And my team is, of course, well now it is Mega Pinsir. I dropped Mega Scizor for Mega Pinsir. I already told you guys this. Mega Pinsir, Latios, Thundurus, Mamoswine, Meloetta, Blastoise, Gorbis, Cofagrigus, Diancie, Pangoro, and Steelix. So, looking at the matchup right away, two big threats on his team, that at least versus my team. I don't really have too much for the Mega Charizard X and the Terrakion. Now, I do have, like, decent revenge killers, but both of those mons could prove to be a little bit troublesome due to the fact that both of them can be setup sweepers and they can also just be total wall breakers. So it's just going to be kind of hard to play against, knowing that they each have little I guess niches that you could say. I'm not really too sure, but they're just good mons overall, powerful physically attacking mons. And if you look at my physically defensive, I guess, Pokemon to counter that, I have Blastoise, which doesn't really do too much. I mean, it can take on Terrakion, I guess, to an extent, but I can't live too close combats if he's Life Orb or Banded. Then you look at Megazord X, and I would have to hit it with the Earthquake or something, and it's not going to really do too much. So, also Steelix, I know I have Sturdy, but obviously you don't want to have Steelix in on Zard X. I mean, you could if you wanted to, same with the Terrakion, but it still takes a tremendous amount from those stab hits, so it wasn't really the best situation for me, so I kind of had to play around it, and what I ultimately did was use setup sweepers versus setup sweepers, and kind of just revenge kill mons in between. So I'll just kind of briefly go through my team with you guys real quick and show you guys how I planned versus it. I looked at Gorbis, and my Gorbis actually puts in a lot of work versus his team. He doesn't really have very good water resists. If you look at his team, the water resists or immunities include Gastrodon with Storm Drain. It also includes, and Quillfish. So that is about it. Quillfish's special defense is trash, so I have coverage moves for both of those, and this thing actually puts in a lot of work. So the thing is to try to lead with this thing, clicks Shell Smash and either sweep or do a tremendous amount to his team, put a lot of dents in it. So that was my game plan with this Gorbis. As you guys will see, I actually ended up going an alternative route, but that was the main plan for it. My specific spread was to outspeed, I think, Zard. Maybe at +1. I don't think so at +1, actually. I know I outsped the Swellow as well, so that's after a Shell Smash. So, and then I had the correct coverage options to hit everything on his team, so as long as they weren't Scarf, I was pretty much killing something. He has Fortress for Sturdy too, so that would be the only way he could live a hit with Surf. Everything else is usually OHKOing almost everything on his team, so really good Pokemon versus his team. Now the next Pokemon I'm using is Eon or Latios. I'm using a Choice Scarf variant here, just because of the fact that I could revenge a Megazord X after a +1, so if he gets to a +1 somehow and I want to kill this thing right off the bat, Draco is a guaranteed knockout as long as he's not some weird fully spit F set. So it's in my favor to knock him out almost every single time, especially even if he's max HP. I think I have a almost 100% chance to knock him out with the Draco Meteor. Psychic is just nice stab because it hits his team very well. He does not have a dark type, and yeah, it just very good coverage. Energy Ball is for Swampert and the Gastrodon. Now Trick is a little bit interesting. Trick is just in case I wanted to put that on the Gastrodon, so I don't have to lock myself in an Energy Ball, giving him a free switch into Megazord X. Yeah, so I could trick the Gastrodon, I could trick the Swampert, I could trick the what's it called, the Fortress. I could even trick something like Quillfish too. So that's just good in my book, I guess. So that was the Latios set. Now my specific, I think I'm just running max speed just because I could potentially speed tie a Scarf Gengar, and the rest is just kind of thrown into Like, I think this is the amount of special attack I needed to make sure I Oko Megazard, and then everything else is just a little bit of added bulk, just to take, I don't know, close combats or something a little bit better. Now, the next Pokemon is pretty interesting. We are using a Twisted Spoon Meloetta, and if you don't know what Twisted Spoon is, I will show you here real quick. A Twisted Spoon item allows your Psychic type moves to have 1.2 power, so it pretty much just allows me to hit Psychic even harder. Now, it's not needed, but then again, excuse me, it's not needed, but I could have ran Leftovers as well. I could have ran Rocky Helmet if I really wanted to. I didn't really have a good item for this thing, so I said, why not throw in a Twisted Spoon and make sure I got a lot of special attack investment. That way I can pretty much allow myself to do a lot of damage, and he may think I'm spec. So this is really nice because I just hit Psychics so much harder. Hidden Power Fire for the Fortress, U-Turn for Initiative, and T-Wave just to slow that Zard down, give me some speed control. Same with the Terrakion and Gengar. So this is actually my probably my best Gengar switch-in. Meloetta is actually very bulky on the especially defensive side. I will go back to its stats. This particular spread allows me to eat 2 hits no matter what set he is. He could be running Spec Sludge Wave, and I could still eat 2 hits no matter what. I don't know about after rocks though. I don't think I calc that. But anyway, I could live 2 hits on switching and knock it out with the Psychic. So that's pretty nice, honestly. Just because of the fact that it's just going to help out in the long run. And it does so much damage with the modest nature and the Twisted Spoon. So that's pretty much the Meloetta set. Now the next set is my best Megazard answer, I guess you could say. Like, defensive answer. Also, it lures in things like Gastrodon and the Swampert, so I can hit it with the Toxic. Diamond Storm is just nice stab. It is 100 base power, only 5% chance to miss, and I can raise my defense by 1, which could come in handy. I'm running Sugar Berry in case the Mega Charizard X is Earthquake, so I can eat an Earthquake. Do upwards of 75% to my with my Diamond Storm, and hopefully knock it out. I guess after rocks if he's already Mega Evolved. So yeah, Ioko if he's at 50%, I have a nice chance to kill at if he's at 75%. So that's pretty cool for me. Protect is just because of Toxic Stall, and Rocks is just because rocks are good, so you always want to bring rocks. Yeah, that's pretty much the DNC set. I'm running a lot of bulk into this. I'm pretty sure it allows me to, if he has Earthquake, I can eat one of them, hit him with the Diamond Storm, and then if he hits me again with an Earthquake, I can live that. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is, like pretty much 1.5 Earthquakes due to the Sugar Berry. The next Pokemon is Blitzkrieg, our Thundurus. Now, Thundurus is pretty standard, honestly. It's just 3 attack T-Wave with Life Orb. So this thing is pretty much just another fallback for a Megazard setup sweep, a Rock Polish Swords Dance setup sweep with Terrakion. So it's just nice speed control to have versus his team. So yeah, T-Bolt, Volt Switch, just good stab moves, gives me initiative with Volt Switch. Grass Knot is all the coverage options I need. If he wants to switch in his Rhyperior, it will be taking a lot from Grass Knot. Same with the Gastrodon and the Swampert. So all 3 of his ground types, I think that's, yeah, that's all 3 of his ground types will take massive amount of damage from this Grass Knot because they're all quad weak to grass. Now, it's just very nice coverage too because it hits Terrakion well. So grass is very good versus his team. That is about it. The speed is to outspeed a Gengar because I'm 111 speed, not 110. And the rest is just thrown into special attack investment, so because I'm a 3-hit KO on the Mega Charizard X, and I'm pretty sure it does so much damage, so it just added damage with the Life Orb too. So the last Pokemon on our team is the debut of our Brutal. As you can see, it's spelled kind of like a beetle, but it's Brutal. So that's just the thinking behind the nickname. Now, you might think this is a pretty interesting set. I'm running Frustration, Quick Attack, Double Edge, and Swords Dance. The reason why is because I didn't want Earthquake, because Earthquake actually only did 2% more than what Frustration did to, I think it was Terrakion, or maybe Mega Charizard X. Both of them actually would probably make the same amount of sense. And I was thinking, well, what would do more than an Earthquake, and that would be Double Edge. I could potentially also run Thrash, but I didn't want to lock myself into a move. So I just thought, well, why not throw Double Edge on here? Maybe I'll need the extra damage. So Double Edge actually has a chance to knock out the Mega Charizard X if he's running a max spread, even with no boosts, with not even an Adamant Nature. So this thing is very strong, guys. I do outspeed the Mega Charizard X. I'm actually speed creeping it right now. So I will outspeed by 1 point after Mega Evolution, and that's really great for me. Gives me nice priority with Quick Attack too, so if I set up an SD, I could pretty much sweep with this thing, as long as he's not any Scarf user. So it's just another potential setup sweeper, and it's just nice to have on your team. So I'll hop over to the battle, and as you can see, he brings the Terrakion, Gengar, Rotom Fan, Swampert, Ambipom, and the Swellow. So no Mega Charizard X, and that's the thing I prepared for the most. So it's good in a sense, but then again, my team isn't really set up for it. And yeah, the last two things I guess the last thing I would expect was be the Quillfish, but I never really expected Rotom Fan, Ambipom, or Swellow. My predicted team for him was Megazard X, Gengar, Terrakion, Fortress, because that's literally his only form of hazard removal. I thought he would bring that. I thought the Rhyperior would be coming because of the fact that I do carry the Mega Pinsir, and yeah, maybe I guess he could have threw Swellow on this team just for added speed, or maybe Ambipom for Fake Out. I don't know if it gets Quick Attack, but Fake Out for that priority. So yeah, that was just my prediction versus his team. I'll throw it in normal and let you guys view the battle. So before, remember, I said I was going to start with my Gorbis, and I do have a Focus Sash, so I actually changed my plan, and I wanted to lead off with my DNC, predicting him to lead off with his Ambipom, trying to get that Fake Out off on my Gorbis, not allowing me to sweep. So I actually lead my DNC, and you'll see how turn 1 goes. So he leads a Swampert. I do carry the Sugar Berry, so I'm not really scared of this thing. Goes for the Scald, as I'm just going to go for the Toxic. He does unfortunately get the burn, but oh well, and we miss Toxic. So that really sucks. I can live another Scald, so I'm just going to go straight for my Stealth Rock here, because of the fact that this Dancy really can't it can't do much. So I'm glad I got a Brox. Really unfortunate we missed the Toxic, but as you can see on the next turn, it doesn't necessarily matter. So going to my Scarf Latios, he doesn't know I'm Scarf, so I'm able to knock him out with an Energy Ball because I naturally outspeed him. And he actually goes into the Ambipom here, and I took quite a while to make this play, but I decided that my Mega Pinsir is probably the best switch-in, as he goes for the knockoff, so he can't knock off my item. I just go into this thing hitting a Quick Attack, trying to get some last ditch damage off on this thing, and he goes for the Fake Out, allowing me to pick up a free kill with my Mega Pinsir, which is great, because obviously Fake Out only works on your first turn. So I go into this thing, and he goes into this thing. I'm just going to click Double Edge because I can't switch out. I don't have hazard removal on this team. And he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, connects it, and my Mega Pinsir is burned. But I'm just going to stay in and go for another Double Edge. There's no reason not to, as he switches out, which is great and allows me to do, I think, upwards of 84%. Yeah, 84% to this Gengar, which is fantastic. So he's got to take more rocks damage on switch-in, and I get a free switch-in to my Zelda. So he goes for the Shadow Ball, but I am a normal type, so I can just go straight for the Psychic and knock him out. So he probably forgot that I'm part normal type and Psychic type, so that's why he went for it. There's no reason for me to switch out here because I'm not going to allow him to get his Guts boost. He should probably try to Protect, but I'm able to knock out his Swellow with the Psychic. He goes into the Terrakion, going to do the same thing as he's actually a substitute set, so great that I did not. Just going to keep spamming Psychic because there's no reason for me to switch out as he connects the Stone Edge and knocks me out. And that leads me just to go into my Latios and click Psychic to win off this game. So I'm obviously Scarf, so I outspeed no matter what set he is, but he was Life Orb. And he just brings out the Rotom Fan, and this thing will go down to a Psychic as well. So Latios putting in the work, picking up, I believe, 3 kills this match. And yeah, it's just we get a 3-0 win, so we are 2-0 in the NPL with a positive 6 differential. So I thought it was a pretty interesting game. Didn't go the way I expected for sure. He didn't bring the team I expected, that's for sure. Yeah, but it was a good game. So Good luck to Nerdy the rest of the season. Really enjoyed the battle, and I can't wait for next week. Next week we actually play. Who do we play next week? I believe we play Alpha or the Rocky Mountain Marowak. So stay tuned for that. Quick update though: the reason why I am not uploading as much is just because I'm extremely busy. But I do provide you guys with these league games. I find them myself a lot of fun, and I hope you guys do as well. So that is just a quick update, and hopefully within the next week or two we'll be back to a couple uploads a week, but as of right now I only have time for these league matches. So but yeah, that's just the reasoning behind it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next match, and I'll see you later.